In this video, we're going to discuss how to find the least common multiple. When I teach multiples to the students, I talk about multiples sounding like multiplying. So multiples mean that we are skip counting. These are the numbers that you would get when you multiply 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, and so forth. So if we're looking for the least common multiple of 6 and 2, we're looking for the smallest multiple that they have in common, the first multiple that they actually have in common, because they have common multiples, but the least means the smallest. So if we were to list the multiples of 6 and 2, we would start with 6, because 6 times 1 is 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, so forth, okay? For 2, we would say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so forth. The kids could make a table. We also discussed using Venn diagrams and double bubble maps in the classroom. So then they would look for the multiples that they have in common. So you can see that the first multiple they have in common is actually 6. Because when you start listing your multiples of 6, the first one is 6. And then when we list the multiples of 2, it goes 2, 4, 6. So the smallest one they have in common is 6. A common misconception that the students will have is they'll see that they also have a common multiple of 12. So they may think that that would be the least common multiple, but please remind them that least common multiple means that we want to choose the multiple that is in fact the smaller number. This is the multiple that they have in common first, okay? So when we type it in, we would get 6. We'll do another one. We have the least common multiple of 8 and 10. So this one's not as simple. Of 8 and 10, we would list the multiples. We have 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, and so forth. For 10, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, and right here, I can see that that's the first multiple they have in common. If I were to keep counting, I would see that 8 had a multiple of 80. I would see that 10 had a multiple of 80. But remember, least common multiple means the multiple that they have in common first when you list the multiples. So the answer would be 40.